Hydration is essential. Welcome to Building. This is Good Questions with Anh Will. Recently I've been getting a lot of questions about water for brewing coffee. That's a very big subject to cover. So hopefully a few of these things that I'll do will explain it, at least to give you a foundation to understand it. In coffee brewing, the water makes up from 90 to 99% of the final beverage. So it is, of course, very important. If we think about water as like an empty vessel, this is a water molecule. There's space inside. Water is nature's most efficient solvent. It's going to take whatever the water travels through. It travels over some rocks. It's going to pick up minerals from those rocks. If it travels through old pipes, it's going to take some of the material from those pipes. It may pick up some not so desirable things, and then it'll make your water taste kind of funky. It might even give it a weird texture. As you can see in our vessel here, there's not much room left to put the coffee in. So this is not a very good water for brewing your coffee. In the case of mineral water, you have very nice looking minerals. They're smooth and clean, but they also don't leave a lot of room in the vessel. The smoothness of these molecules is also another thing to worry about, because there's no texture to grip and grab onto those things in the coffee particles that we want to get. What we want is a nice mixture of specific minerals, namely stuff like calcium, maybe some sodium, magnesium. As you can see, there's a variety of minerals in here, but there's still a lot of room, and the minerals themselves have the right texture to grab on to the coffee extract to make a nice tasty cup of coffee. How can we control this? Tap water is really not great for brewing your coffee. Some areas are very lucky to have good tap water, but most places don't have good coffee brewing water coming out of the tap. You can boil that water. That will make it safer to drink, but it still doesn't make it any better for coffee. So how can we guarantee that we'll have the right formula and the right minerals in our water to brew a good cup of coffee? Luckily, we don't have to do the research. The guys at Third Wave Water have really put this through years and years of testing, feedback, and research to come up with this formula that is ideal for brewing coffee. So these sachets are very convenient. Each one handles 2 liters of water, and basically you find the lowest mineral content water that you can find easily in your market. Distilled water, reverse osmosis water, or very low dissolved solid water. In Saigon, Aquafina is very easy to come by. It is quite affordable. So what I would recommend is taking one of these 2-liter sachets and adding it into the bottle of Aquafina, shake it up really well, and brew a cup of coffee. Now, why would I put a 2-liter sachet in 5 liters of water? There's a small amount of mineral content in Aquafina already. So what we're trying to do is find what is the right water for our taste. And depending on the roast level of your coffee choice, that might require different mineral content. So what I would recommend is starting step by step. So the first day, just use 1 sachet, brew. The next day, add 1 more sachet, and then brew, and make a comparison. And that'll allow you to figure out how many of these 2-liter sachets to add to a 5-liter bottle of Aquafina. Some things to look for is complexity, sweetness, and a pleasant acidity in your coffee. If you don't have these 3 things, the water might be part of the solution. If you can get the water right for your coffee, it will be a very pleasant experience of drinking. You'll have sweetness, complexity, and a nice, pleasant acidity.